Hi, Stitchers.
Hi, I'm Keisha.
I'm Laura, and welcome to the Pattern Queens episode 96.
Woo!
Today is Sunday, August 21st, and this is a channel about cross stitch.
And friendship and rambles and lots of shenanigans and me just looking at a pretty kitty in Laura's lap for a few minutes before we started.
Here, I'll give you a tiny look at Kitty Kim.
Oh,
There's his sweet face.
so sweet.
He just wanted to be up here, and I'm like, okay, dude, I'm not sitting back, but you can sit here on my lap and everything, and you can see his tail.
Yes.
Everything will be fine. So we'll see how far into this video he stays here. But, for right now, he's contented.
Yes.
So how have you been this week?
I've been good. It's been a busy week, a busy work week, and then yesterday my mom came to visit, and we went to the big farmers market that's in the city, and walked around and got ice cream and just had a great time. So it's
Awesome.
had a relaxing weekend so far. How about you? How are things going with you?
First week back at school is no joke, and there weren't even kids. So I think they were trying to kill us with the schedule. We go, okay, I am the latest start school, which I complain about all year because I would much rather be there and get out a little earlier instead of getting out. I don't get home until pushing 5 o'clock, which in my district is the latest school. And but they back us up during professional development in this week leading up, and we have to be there at 8 every morning. So then on Thursday, we had to be there at 8 a.m. for the active shooter training. And yeah, so that's an intense first hour
Right.
of the day. And then we are kind of left to our devices for the day to get things set and take care of all sorts of things. I was putting teachers' names up that they cut them out with the Cricut. I was putting all the teachers' names up above their doors through the building. And that was because Thursday night was back to school night. So we had to stay until after 7 o'clock in the evening. So you start your day with active shooter, you end your day with all of the kids.
Wow.
And then Friday morning, I had to be there, clocked in, dump my stuff, and I had to be on the bus by 7:15 to go in the morning to go to convocation. So it was a busy time.
Right.
And the funniest thing about it was at back to school night, some of my kids were standoffish with me. And I thought, what is going on? And it suddenly hit me, for 2 years, this is what they've seen. They have
Oh.
no idea what full face Miss Landis looks like. So yeah, once we got past that, then the kids are like, then they would listen to me and think, I know that voice. I know that voice.
That's so cool.
So yeah. Oh, and I skipped right over the, hey, welcome to our video. If you're new
Yeah, we just
here, thanks for joining us. If you are returning, you're used to this.
we hope that you're doing well too. We just went right into telling you how we're doing.
We are chatters for sure.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
So what do you think? Should we jump into the stitching?
Yes, let's do it.
Did you have any finishes this week?
I did not have any finishes this week, so we'll just move right on to you.
I had a finish, but it's so funny because I'm like, oh, I did finish that this week. Oh, so he's going to choose right now to decide he's done. Hey, buddy,
Right.
how about this way? Come here. There you go. He'll be okay up there. So my finish, anyway, is from Hands On Design, and it is called Sun, Sand, and Sea. And I bought this right from her website, and it comes with a little chart pack that has the finishing materials. You still have to buy your own fabric and threads, but you get all of this adorableness to do the finishing with it.
Wow, so fun.
Yeah. And so mine looks like this.
Oh, look at those little flamingos. So
I
cute.
just love it.
They're fun.
The colors are so fun. I really love it. And I have it in this Love You More sleeve. I
Mhm.
loved this from the moment that we got it. And I'm like, why do I need that? Why do I need that? Well, this is why I need it because
Yes, of course.
seaside things should be in this, right?
Yes. Oh, for sure.
So I believe that is number, I don't remember if it's 13 or 14 for me.
Wow. Well, either
But
way, that's great.
yeah, I mean, I've been doing pretty well with it. So I was quite happy. I was trying to see. Normally I mark it right on my sheet.
Mhm.
13. That was lucky 13.
Perfect.
So it took me, I started it on World Cross Stitch Day on
Mhm.
Friday, and it took me until um the Monday to get it finished. So I think
Oh,
you guys saw it last
great.
week and it was almost finished.
Yeah, so you got that done really quickly.
So next up is stash.
Ooh.
Do you
Well,
have
I don't
some
have any
stash?
stash. I don't have any stash this week. So what have you got? I know you have stash.
I just have a few little things. First of all, Katie and I are going to do the costume party with hands-on design.
Ooh, fun.
Okay, I'm just trying to make things hold on to things and make things go one direction. So we got our Lady Dot package and it comes with this beautiful
Ooh.
rickrack. And I that's perforated paper back there.
Yeah.
We are totally curious. And
Ooh.
then she sent out a scissor fob that she calls Wicked Skelly.
Ooh, that's fun.
And it is so, I should just pull it out. It's adorable. And you'll see it better anyway. Look at that.
Ooh.
So there's the
Oh, I love
Skelly.
that
Oh,
skeleton.
turn him around. There's the skeleton with his fun little face. And look at that. She does such cute things.
Yeah.
The witch's hat, the black cat.
Oh man,
I'm
I
gonna
might
have
have
to
to get in
guard
on
this when we're around Vicky.
you're gonna have to guard it when you're around me because skeletons are my favorite Halloween thing.
Mm. Um, it hasn't been a big deal so far. So you get your fabric
Mhm.
from, oh, I'm gonna say the wrong thing. I think it's hand dyed by Stephanie.
Mm.
And then these from Lady Dot. And then we got in our from That's So Calico, we got in the Bitsy Keep.
Oh,
So,
cool.
and it is really cute. So it has a
Oh,
needle minder and the holder and the spot
uh-huh.
for all your orts.
Right.
So yes, it's
Mm.
fun.
That sounds fun.
And we're waiting for September 1st for the start of, so it's not very long for the
No, that's
start
close.
of the round robin or the round robin of the Sal.
Fun.
So that's one. Then Katie and I were out and about yesterday. I just dropped it. Where'd it go? There it is. And I've been kind of curious about these. So I bought myself one of the tail tuckers.
Mhm.
What did this packaging? This packaging called it a tail end weaver from Lorraine.
Mhm.
And they come two in the package. So it's the heart at the top to hold on to, and then this
Mhm.
wire that you're supposed to weave in under your threads to
Yep.
catch a short thread.
Mhm.
Um,
I've
I,
used those before actually.
and were you
So
successful?
yeah, so I used to stitch some things for my sister-in-law that were on plastic
Oh,
canvas, and I'd use all 6 strands, and sometimes the ends would get a little bit weird because 'cause you're using 6 strands of floss, so you just tuck it underneath your stitches, and then you put the piece of floss in, then you just pull it through, and it makes it so it's easier to pull through some of those stitches.
I think I pulled tight because I ended up having to pinch this part so
Ah,
that I could get it under my stitches. but
Yeah.
I think it'll teach me to loosen up a little bit too. So
Mhm.
that will be a good thing. But also, while we were out, I am a sucker for Lady Dot, and I got one of her floss manners,
Mhm.
which, I call thread jewelry. So this one has this fun little bird.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh, come on, turn a little bit. Yeah, I really liked it. And then it has, I love stars, and
Mhm.
it has this cute star on it. And
Fun.
then the little tag says forever.
Oh, nice. So
So,
pretty.
yes, just a sweet little thing.
Mhm.
Seriously, I'm just a sucker for those things.
Right.
And if you were just here for retreat, I picked up things at Quilter Station, and then we ran by Cece's as well, and Katie got a bunch of stuff there. But I was being good, and I actually didn't need anything. I didn't think that. But I got this,
Ooh.
which has this.
Ooh.
And when I opened it up, it has, and I'm not going to read you these numbers. I mean, I could. If you want to know some numbers, you ask me and I'll tell you. But I think a lot of people tell you what numbers things are when they get them. I'll do them this way so you really get to see them. This is my Silks for You Silk of the Month Club. And you get 4 skeins of colors that
Wow.
are in their line.
Wow, those are beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? No, you may not have the green one. I'm sorry. And there's green. Okay, really,
Mhm.
it kind of goes like this
Yes.
because these two colors, this is in here and this is in here.
Mhm.
So,
Those are
yes,
so pretty.
I just love them. And I keep saying I need to get them organized. I have a whole stack of them up here on the desk by me, just waiting for me to figure out how I'm going to display them.
Right. Well, they're so pretty. You want to have them out so you can look at them.
Yeah. I may need to get bunches of floss manners and put them on them.
Mhm. Yeah, really pretty floss
Yes.
manners.
So that's the end of my stash, not just a whole lot. I did want to say, I know a lot of you at home are always trying to figure out what you're going to do with your orts. I kept my ort cup from camp, and it's
Mhm.
just a little one that we folded up. And I keep it here and I fill it and empty it every night. It's like the
Oh yeah.
best thing. And I
Yes.
know that if you go to like the dollar store in their party section, they will often have some little treat cup that
Mhm.
you can buy, paper ones, and you'll have to fold them. But they make great little Ort cups if you just want
Oh,
something quick and easy, or if you're going to have
that's
a
a good
fun
idea.
day.
Right.
So,
That's a good idea. I have a little tray that I keep in my stitching spot, and I put my scissors and my orts in there and then empty it out.
yes. It's nice to have that though, because otherwise
Mhm.
I'm like laying things down, and then if one of the cats comes by and flops, then everything has
Oh yeah. No, my family is covered in bits of floss, despite my best efforts.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so are you ready to move on to whips?
I am. So I worked on a pretty good variety of stuff this week. The first thing I worked on, well, we'll just go in some sort of order. So I have been working on this Summer in Stars Hollow. I've been working on it 25 minutes a day, just to see uh, how far along I can move it, and then I'll probably switch to something else at the end for next month. I've missed the last couple of days, but it's okay. It's just something that I'm doing for me. So here is where I am on it.
Ooh,
This is my cute needle minder from my friend Ray, and
awesome.
then this is Autumn in Stars Hollow. But this is my start on summer.
It's looking good.
Thank you. I'm so
Um,
excited about it.
you should, if you're going to put it away at the end of this month, you should pull it out in like a gray month and work on it because it is the brightest, happiest piece.
Oh yeah, I mean, guys, look at this color palette. It's just happy.
Other
So,
than the gray Jeep, you do have quite a bit of gray in it, but
mhm.
the colors around it are so bright and happy.
Oh, for sure. And then I got out my long dog sampler. I am working on Death by Cross Stitch. Oh, I forgot to mention that last piece is just on a piece of 32 count white Evenweave, in case you were wondering. But this is on a piece of 36 count Agave linen from Weeks Dye Works. And here's where I am on it. So
Ooh.
this week I put in this part here, and I worked a little bit more on this motif. I kind of just jump around and work on whatever I feel like working on. Kind of what my kind of
Which
what my
you can do because you're using DMC.
yes, yes. So the main color in here is 3809. That's what the blue is. But yeah, I kind of jump around and do whatever I feel like doing. And I have it loaded into Pattern Keeper, so it doesn't even have, I mean, it shows me where the page breaks are, but you could just kind of go wherever you want to.
Mhm.
So I'm really having a good time with that. I'm trying to catch back up. I didn't stitch on this for a few months, and Laura and I are trying to stitch 1,000 stitches a month on it. So I still have a little bit of catching up to do on that. Then I worked on, for Taco Tuesday, I worked on Taco from Mill Hill. Just a fun little guy. And here's where I am on him. So I finished my taco shell, except for the beads that go in those
Wow.
spaces. And I added the meat. So we're adding the veggies next. But I told myself, so I'm not a huge fan of lettuce and tomato on my tacos. So what I've decided is that the lettuce is actually cilantro and the tomatoes are actually salsa. So
You like peppers on your tacos?
mhm.
It could
Yeah.
be red peppers too.
Okay, perfect. So it's just a spicy taco with cilantro on it. And then the last thing I worked on was the ABC Dinosaur South from the Clouds Factory. So this is where we are up through August. And I'm a few parts behind, but I'm catching up. I'm catching up.
You're
So
doing great.
thanks. So this is on a piece of 36 count Arctic fox linen from Fiber on a Whim. And it's big, so I'm trying to figure out the best way to hold it. I'm just going to hold it like this. So here's the whole thing
Wow.
right now. And I worked on this week, I worked on this dinosaur and the one next to him.
So C and D.
C and D is where I was. And actually C, D, and H were the part from May. So now I'm only a couple months behind. Anyway, so I'm going to move over this way when I work on it next and do A and B. And that's the part from June.
The life of a model stitcher, right?
Yeah, you get behind on your sales. But so I don't know if this happens to you, but I do really well on a sal for a few months and then something happens and I don't work on it and I don't get the part completed. And then I'm like, well, I might as well just wait for the whole thing to come out now and I'll get back to it eventually. But I'm not going to let myself do that this time.
No, I don't have the 2017 Linen and Threads Mystery Stitch Along.
I have so many things that I've started that I didn't stay up with. If I stay up with a sal, I usually finish it on time. But if I get behind, I really get behind, and then I'm a couple of years behind.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to catch this back up so that I can actually finish whenever it's finished. So
I had to wait for fabric on mine, and I came to it late to begin with because one of my friends was stitching it, and I thought, oh, I should do that. And so then I saw how people were doing it already, and I decided what I wanted to do. And
mhm.
then I ordered fabric because, of course, I didn't have any fabric.
Right.
It was huge. I did need like a
Mhm.
little bit bigger cut.
Yeah.
but it took months for it to come in, and I think it was July or August before I
Oh,
ever even got it. And it is
yeah.
huge, huge.
Right, right.
So yeah,
So,
no. But it's okay. I pull it out and make progress
yeah.
periodically.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It'll eventually get done. But yeah, I know about myself that if I don't work diligently to catch it up, that it will just not get done. And I'm stitching it for someone. I mean, I'm stitching it for James, but like, I still need to get this done when you might like dinosaurs. Hopefully, he likes dinosaurs forever because dinosaurs are cool. But I just trying to get it done while he still thinks it's interesting.
That's a good goal.
Yeah. So those are all of my whips for this week. What have you got to show us?
I got to tell you, I am so glad that I do a spreadsheet because that's how I know what I stitched on and what goes in which week. I finished that one on Monday. So then I worked on, I have to sneak this in, Stars Over Pines by Blue Ribbon Designs. And that's what I have for a picture, you guys. So I have no clue what's coming. I sent Keisha a picture and I'm like, oh my gosh. I had only had a little bit of the green in, and I got all the
Mhm.
rest of the green and all of that red, and those colors I love.
Yes, so pretty.
And I went ahead and put the 9 on there just so I would have a good start with where I don't have to mess with it. I know what's going
Right.
on. But wow, is it pretty.
Ah,
I
so
just
pretty.
love it. Love you more, sleeve.
Nice.
Stars over pines, so I use planets. That made
Mhm.
sense to me.
Perfect.
And then I worked on one that I really, really, really love, and I finally started it as part of my 22 for 22. It is from Needlework Press, In All Things Be Exceedingly Diligent. And it is
That's
a
pretty.
long, long chart.
Yes.
I also have the companion chart, which goes vertically instead of horizontally and
Mhm.
will be basically the same dimensions. So I had ST when I started. If I flip it around, I'll be okay. And now I made it all the way back to A. And as per usual, I changed my JKL and B to
Mhm.
be blue.
Nice.
So the blue, I think it is in this piece, but I was really trying to figure out where in the world it is. I think
Mhm.
maybe it's up under the swan.
Oh, okay.
They used no, I think they used DMC. So anyway, I have a
Hmm.
piece of 38 count Dalarna from Silkweaver that I am using for this. And my piece was big enough that I will be able to use it for both charts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that made me really happy. I have
For
this
sure.
in a fancy Judy bag since
That
it's
is
mine.
fancy.
And the inside is this white on white print, which I love.
Mhm.
And cool little button.
Oh, yeah.
So
I
that's,
wonder where she finds her buttons. She just has the best ones.
I don't know, but she does have a really nice little antique store close by
Mhm.
her. And I wonder if sometimes she gets things there. So then a lot of you people said you wanted me to work on this Papillon Creations Cotillon, and I am working on it. I am using 32 count Twilight from Picture This Plus, which is lighter than what it called for. And I'm using a conversion. Look at that. I'm just going to hold it there from Vicky Clayton Silks. So mine are not quite exactly the same, but I really like them. And
Mhm.
my one of my whip goes this month. I had already worked on this, and then one of my whip goes this month was to put 500 stitches in the project furthest from a finish. Well, that's
Mhm.
kind of hard for me this month to decide what's what. So I decided this one was a good candidate.
Nice.
So I finished off,
Wow.
yeah, the one the one blue on the big motif, and I started in on the secondary lighter blue. I
Mhm.
know that it looks gray and white. It's the fabric. But there's not a whole lot more on the bottom along here. I think it'll probably go to about here.
Okay.
So I almost have the width of this established. I
Nice.
always like that. That's one of my things. But this motif was making me crazy. And I needed to get my five. I was so close. I could have gone to bed. Keisha and I were
Mhm.
chatting, and I could have gone to bed when she did at a more reasonable time. But instead, I stayed up really late
Yeah.
because I was so close to my 500 that I thought, okay, but I could start the day all finished.
Right. See, this is what we did to each other last night. We're like, "Ah, we need to go to bed, but well, I just need to finish this dinosaur." It's like, oh, I'm just gonna keep working on this. And then I wake up to a message just like, I got my 500 stitches.
And I can't think, I think I did like 500. There were 34 and I needed five. So I did 529 stitches.
Mm.
So enough to be over. And this is in my Ravenclaw bag from Judy, which I love
Mm.
that cool little knot work button. And she
Yes.
put this inside.
Oh, that's nice.
Very Ravenclaw-ish, I feel.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's it for my whips.
Wow, you worked on some good stuff this week.
Well, and I worked more than one day on most things. I think I was really tired, and I just gave myself permission to sit and stitch on things and not
Yeah.
worry about it so much.
Right,
Uh,
right. Sometimes you need that whenever you've had an exhausting day. You don't want your wind down time to also be exhausting.
yes. Well, and okay, so normally I will work on my when I started the year, I worked every day switching projects one a day and did my group of whips. And as I've
Mhm.
gone through the year, what I've kind of figured out is that I would like to hit about 500 stitches each time if I can. 3 to
Yeah,
500 stitches is a pretty
right.
good goal for me. And I
Yeah,
feel like I see progress with that. So I've kind of let them stretch out, and I may take a break, like I took a break and did World Cross Stitch Day.
mhm.
But I'm also fighting the I really want to start everything bug.
Ah, yes. That one pops up every once in a while.
And I typically don't like starting projects, so it's really
Mm.
funny when it does pop up for me.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to just no. And then I said the other night, "Oh, do I need to have a first day of school project to start?"
Well, see, what I'm thinking is I need to hurry up and work some more on peacocks and pomegranates because we've had a first day of spring start. We've had a first day of summer start. We haven't talked about it, but we're probably going to talk ourselves into a first day of fall start. So I've got to make a little more progress on our summer one. I
I
finished the
mean,
spring one, but
you
got to get
did. I will not finish the peacocks and pomegranates. That it's too big.
it's too big.
But I would like a little more progress on it. I know that we are kind of waiting to figure out our time with Fawn and Sean of Sanctum Stitching so that we can start our Sal with them for Crossed Wings projects. And the Crossed Wings project that I'll be doing is a whip. Everybody else is starting one.
Mhm. So
So,
I'm really excited about that. I was looking at it today and I'm like, "Ah, I'm just so excited to stitch this, but I haven't started it." So
and in my plans, because I'll just kind of jump in here, I have this really cute blue Q bag. And this one houses, I just have the cover photo because really I'm using this on Pattern Keeper. Um, this one houses the Flower a Day sampler. And
oh
when I
yeah.
started this, my original idea, yeah, I started making notes. I was going to do this like every day. My
Mhm.
original idea was that I would just grab whatever floss was in projects that I was working on. So
Yeah.
there is no floss in this bag. And I'm kind of thinking maybe what I need is to have um maybe pull my Victorian mottos in here or pull in a
Mhm.
bunch of Vicky Clayton's things that I don't use a lot on other projects, but that would make a really pretty sampler. And
Oh, for
this
sure.
one, I bit the crazy bug the year that I did this, and I started it over one.
Uh-huh.
Now, I think this is before I started using a hoop,
Hmm.
and I will have a much easier time with the hoop. I also have to show you what I found in the bottom of this because it's just fun. Our friend Felicity, Flissy Fish Cross Stitcher, who now is part of Fortunate Flossies with Chloe. When she was here, she brought these cool pins from
Yeah.
Australia with her. And that is in the bottom of my bag so that I can keep some notes about what I was doing. I started keeping track with all of my notes in here instead of just on the back. So, but that's fun that, my
Oh,
little pin pops up. And so then I have a friend moment.
so I have one. Mine is in my little pencil cup in the living room because I ended up winning one of those as a door prize, and I was so excited to have it. So,
It just was a fun thing that she brought a handful. She couldn't bring enough for everybody.
mhm,
And we didn't expect her to, but she made sure that I got one.
yes.
I
Ugh,
was excited.
so
So anyway, and my plans involve that. And I also did work on a secret project, which I
mm,
cannot show on our video
ooh.
because I don't know if the person watches us or not.
Oh,
But
gotcha. Well,
but I
that's fun.
did work on it,
Yeah.
and it has to be done soon. Um, Katie and I went out to the cross stitch shop yesterday and we ordered a frame for the mystery piece because it will be done before long. And what we didn't know is that she was having a framing sale and yesterday was the last day.
Perfect timing.
So I counted out how much further it had to go down and we ordered a frame for it. So
Nice.
now we just have to get it stitched, which I will do during daylight hours today.
Perfect. Sounds like a good plan.
How about plans for you?
Okay, well, it's going to be more of the same as this week. So, kind of what my plans are for, I guess, the rest of the month, which isn't that long, is on Sunday and Monday I work on Death by Cross Stitch to try to catch that up. Taco Tuesday, and then I work on ABC Dinosaurs because I'm just trying to catch up on that. And then trying to do 25 minutes a day on Summer and Stars Hollow. So it's going to be a lot of the same, I think. But hopefully by the next time I talk to you guys, I will have the sixth part of ABC Dinosaurs done because it's only two dinosaurs. It's only two. I can do that.
You can
I
do
hope.
that.
They're pretty big dinosaurs, but we'll see.
I think I still need 500 stitches for last month on my life after death, and I need my
Mhm.
1,000 for this month. So maybe I will work on the secret project for a long while today, and then tonight I could pull out my life after death and work on that a little bit. Because even though it's a smaller count, it's such nice light fabric that it goes
Mhm.
really well. And I think I have about 3 more projects to work on in my group of whips for the month.
Awesome.
So, and I am down to, I started the year with, I want to say about 180, I think it was 184. I keep saying 182, but when I count, I think it was 184, and I am down to 164.
Wow, that's amazing. What great progress you've
So
made.
that's pretty good. And that's because I've finished some, I've UFO'd some, and I've started some new ones.
Yes.
And they're all in there. There goes my husband with the ice maker.
Well,
Gotta have a little shenanigans, right?
right. Oh, of course. I mean, that's us.
We had enough of those.
Oh, I think so, and we've had plenty of rambles for sure.
So then all that is left to say this week is bye.
Bye. Have a good week.